Hi guys and welcome back to Damsey Fashion. We welcome you. We appreciate all our subscribers. We say thank you so much for loving our videos. Thank you so much. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you how I cut and sew this beautiful high waist palazzo trouser. High waist palazzo, it has a pleated at the down, it has half length. So I'm going to take you step by step. Stay tuned to the end.
First thing, we are drafting the front pattern. We start with the front pattern. This is our starting line. This is our starting line. This is our horizontal and this is our vertical. So we start taking our length measurement from here and our breadth measurement from here. What I did is that my full length for the trouser, the length of the trouser from the waist down is 41, while I have my half length where I want my bell, where I want the pleating to start from is 20. So from the waist to where I want the hip to start from is 20. What I do is I mark 20 from here straight down. We mark 20. We have 20 here. I extend this my line. The next thing we are going to measure is our crotch depth, because this is high waist trouser. I'm dealing with high waist trouser. What we are going to do is that we are going to divide our hip by 3. We are dividing the hip by 3. If you are not dealing with high waist trouser, you divide your hip by 4. Because this is high waist, I divide my hip by 3.
I have 13.4. Please, when you are measuring your waist, make sure it is at your tiniest part after your rib in your waist measurement. So from here, I'm going to mark 13.5. I approximated that.
I measure it here. You measure it all through. Then you rule a straight line. So this line is our crotch depth. Crotch depth. Can you see? Please, in this video, don't forget this is our side, then this is our center. Do you understand? Then we will get the hip line. For the hip line, it is always 2 inches above the crotch depth. You mark 2 inches above the crotch depth. Then you rule a straight line like this. Then this is our hip line. Do you see that? The next thing we are going to do is to divide our hip by 4. Divide our hip by 4. 40 divided by 4 is 10. So I mark 10 straight down to the waistline. I mark 10. Then you rule a line to connect like this. So guys, after connecting this way, what we are going to do now is to get our crotch extension. Crotch extension, you are going to divide your hip by 20 for the front. Hip by 20. The hip of this front is 40. So after dividing 40 by 20, what I get is 2. Do you understand that? So from this crotch depth, we are going to come out by 2 inches. 2 inches here. Do you understand that? Then on your hip line, you come out by 0.25. 0.25. Then you are going to get your curve ruler to connect like this to the hip line. I'm trying to get the perfect curve side I'm using. So I've gotten it, then I connect. Can you see that? So this is our line here. Then for the waist area, what we are going to do for this side is to divide our waist by 4. The waist measurement I'm using here is 32 inches. So after dividing 32 inches by 4, I have 8. I have 8 after dividing 32 inches by 4. So 8 plus 1 will give us 9. 9. We are using 1 for the dart. 8 is our actual measurement when we divided by 4. Then we add 1 for the dart, making 9. Then we come here and mark 9. So what we are going to do now is to connect this line to the hip line here. Then I'll come this way and connect. So I've connected. After this, what we are going to do now is that on this waistline, we are going to mark what we have from this waistline here to this line and divide it by 2. So what I have here, I mark here and mark here. That's for the dart line. Then I come down by 4.5. This is it, 4.5. Then you rule a straight line. After ruling a straight line, you come in by both sizes by half inch, 0.5, half inch. Then you connect. That's the dart intake. I hope you get that. So this is it for this dart. Then from this waist, the side here, for more fitting here, you go up by half. Then from the center here, you come down by half inch. You have to connect here, connect up like this. Then from this half inch here, you connect to this half inch here like this. So this is our new waistline here. I'm not following this. So we are almost done with this front pattern. The next thing to do is to divide from this line here to this line here to get our crease line. Do you understand? To get our crease line, we divide this line to this line here. Whatever we have here is our crease line. So from here to here, I have 12 inches. I divide 12 by 2, giving me 6. Then I mark 6 from here. From here to I mark 6. This is our crease line. So any trouser pattern, the crease line is very, 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 very important. Then here I write crease line. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to divide the measurement I have here. You remember the length we have here is the half length where the bell is starting from. That particular place, the round measurement you have there, you divide it by 2. Divide it by 2. So the round measurement I have on that nail side is above my nail measurement. Because if it is on your nail measurement, there won't be much fitting for the bell. It won't look so good. So it's about 2 inches above the nail measurement. I have 20 for that round. After dividing 20 by 2, I have 10. So that means we are having 10 for this front now. You divide the 10 in 2 places. You share it in between this crease line. That means you have 5 here and 5 here. This is 5 here and 5 here. That is 5 here. You see that? So what we are going to do is to connect from this hip line to this place. You can see that. Then from here to here. So guys, our front pattern is ready. In a situation whereby this crotch depth here, this line here is the thigh. In a situation whereby you have measured your thigh, if you divide your thigh by 2, you still get the same thing on this place here. Do you understand? You still get the same thing there. So let's move to the back pattern. So I've placed my front on a plain paper, leaving about 2 inches above and leaving space by the sides. So what I'm using is my tracing wheel to trace out. So I start tracing from here. You press your hand on it so that the pattern can be replicated there. Make sure you are on the right track. You continue and you do the same thing with all the lines. So I've traced out everything, then you remove this. This is how it looks like. Then I will start using my marker to trace it out. So after marking, this is what I have. As you can see, it's the same thing as the front pattern. Do you see? Front. So for the back is easier once you get the front pattern right. We start tracing out the back. I'm using another marker so that you can understand the lines. So what we are going to do, you see I left space here on the front, on the top here. From the waistline, I come up by 1.5. So this is already 1.5 for me here. I go up. So this is already 1.5 that I left here. As you can see that. Then the next thing, on the hip line here, on the hip line, you are going to come in by 1 inch. Hip line here. After coming in by 1 inch on the hip line, that's for the back. Then on the waistline, you come in by 2 inches. You come in by 2 inches. Then you come up by 1.5, the way I showed you here. This will be our back line. Do you understand? Then you connect from here to here. That's what we do. I connect from here to the hip line. The next thing to do is to determine the waist measurement for the back here. The waist measurement that we got here will be the same thing we are using here. The waist measurement we use for the front, 9. The waist measurement is 36 inches divided by 4, which gives us 8. The additional 1 inch is for that intake, making 9. So we are going to place our tape here to here. Please, when doing yours, make sure you have extra papers here. I'm just trying to manage my paper. Don't mind me here. So this is our waistline for the back. The same thing we did for the front, we do it for the back. We divide our waistline here by 2. The waistline is 9, divided by 2 is 4.5 here. We're marking 4.5 on the line here. That's for the dart. Then you rule. The length of the dart here is going 5 inch. Do you understand? So for the dart leg, the dart length, we are using 5 inches. 5 inches. So I've ruled here 5 inches. Then the 1 inch we added for the dart, we are going to take in half inch on both sides for the dart here. Then we connect like this. So this is the dart for the back. Do you understand that? So please, here when I took up 1.5 inch because the hip is 40. When you are dealing with hip of 45 above, you use 2.5 here or use 3 inches determined on the hip size. Like hip of 42 now, you can use 2 inches here, but I'm using 1.5 for mine here. Do you understand that? So guys, after I've taken my dart length here, this measurement here, I will extend it to the crotch depth line here. After extending it, the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my hip by 4. Divide the hip by 4. Hip is 40 divided by 4 is giving us 10. Then I mark 10. on the hip line. Do you see? On the hip line here. Then on this crotch depth line too, the same measurement, hip divided by 4, 10. You mark the same thing here. Do you see? Then you connect from the waistline to the hip line, from the hip line to the crotch line. Like this. And like this. Can you see that? So after this, we are going to determine our crotch extension, because the back crotch extension is different from the front crotch extension. Here we are going to divide our hip by 10. When we were doing the front crotch extension, we divided the hip by 20. But here we divide our hip by 10. 40 divided by 10 is giving us 4. Then from this line here, on the crotch line, I'll measure 4 here. Can you see my 4? Then I'm extending my line. This is my point for the hip, for the crotch extension here. Then to get my curve from the hip line, the same 0.5 we took from the hip line or the front, we measure 0.5, 0.25 rather, 0.25 from the hip line. You extend it out. Then you are going to get your curve ruler to connect from this line to the line here, not necessarily touching this extension here, but just to meet this line. You get that? So I'm doing it this way. So as you can see, then you extend. Use my pen. This is the back extension. Then the next thing we are going to do is to determine this our new measurement, the above rounding, where the half length is reaching. This measurement here, the same crease line for the front is the same crease line we are using for the back, so it is the same thing here. What the same measurement here. So what we are just going to do is to add 0.5 on both sides. So on this side I add 0.5, and on this side I add 0.5. Can you see? Then you extend your line like this and connect to the crotch line like this. Then you do same thing, this one this way, then you connect like this. Can you see? So this is our back measurement. Now this is our back pattern. This is our back pattern. What we are just going to do when cutting is to cut out all these marker with black parts, all these black parts. Please, when drafting yours, when you are drafting, you are using pencil to draft your pattern. We only use marker for illustration purposes, so that if you make any mistake, you can easily use your eraser to erase, then you correct yourself. The next thing we are going to do now is to cut out our patterns. So in the next video, I'll be showing you how you are going to transfer to the fabric and how you are going to cut it out. And so
guys, for the back, you cut through the black lines. That's where you are going to cut, as you can see. So you cut carefully through the black lines, and for the back too, you cut through the blue lines and cut carefully. So in our next video, I'll be posting how to transfer into the fabric and how to stitch from beginning to the end. Thanks for watching our video. If you are yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe, like, comment and share to my YouTube channel. This is just a new YouTube. Kindly like and comment so that you can encourage me. Bye for now.